All right, guys. Welcome to Still Production Studios. Small talk is lame. We just wanted to record.
That was really sad.
Do you just wave to the camera?
I did wave to it. I have needs.
It's okay. He's waving to all the fans that we don't have yet. No, we wanted to record a warning for this episode that we're about to release. It's thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Okay.
Hashtag the use of our swear words.
Oh, yeah. So the first 8 minutes is just completely how we decided to use swear words for whatever reason. We went on a tangent.
I think it was like more like we are going to talk about communication, but we're going to communicate using profanity. And then we went on a tangent about swear words.
Yep. So if you're interested in the actual thank you for your service content, just skip to like the 8-minute mark and you'll be good.
Like 8 minutes and 8 seconds to be exact, but we're not that crazy.
I only know that because we found it through editing and we were watching it back and we were like, oh my God, what did we do?
But we want to make sure you guys get all of us, not just part of us, not scripted. Okay?
Yes, never scripted.
But stay tuned.
Yep.
Thanks,
enjoy.
Guys. Yep. The funny thing is this is going to be good bloopers and good like teaser content as we're like saying, hey guys, our Small Talk Lame podcast is coming out live, and this is us trying to figure it out.
You looked at the total wrong camera. You're like,
because we're doing so much stuff. I don't know what's happening. Do you know what's happening?
You have to look at that guy.
I know. It's weird. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing?
Hardly
but
at all.
There is so many Instagram posts that I've seen that have told me it's not about being the expert. It's like you just gotta like you don't become an expert until you do it.
I'm gonna be back here. I keep like, fuck this.
See, and that's gonna be in the soundtrack, everybody. Like her just launching that is gonna be way in editing, and that's gonna be so fun for us because that's the next step for us. We don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we're using a lot of profanity in a show that actually no, we've already signed up to where we can be profane.
I don't see why that's a problem. Honestly.
I don't either. Like, grow up.
Yeah, I'll take the Daniel Sloss approach on that one, and shout out if he ever watches this. But like, swear words are just part of the lexicon.
Words.
Exactly.
But if Netflix can make an entire like seasonal series about the birth of curse words, I think our podcast would be
did
about. Oh yeah, it's called
cool.
the history of cuss words or something like that.
Makes sense.
It's crazy.
I don't it's because it's not even about the words being bad. It's about the context that they're used in, and then it's really just like the person. It's like, what's the person's...
Oh,
like you know what I mean?
My auntie, she used to be like, what the shit? I'm like, that is the incorrect usage of that word.
But
like,
it works.
Who says what the shit?
Me.
What the shit? Like, that's almost like looking at poop and being like, is this poop? What the poop? It's poop in your hand. Like, what do you mean, what the poop?
But it works, because it's not the same word, though.
Or you're saying, hey, what is this inanimate object? Like, what the mouse? It's a mouse. Like, what do you mean, what the mouse? Is the mouse going to talk to you and be like, hey, mouse, hey, back, hey, human?
We all have our own ones that we like to make up. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's super fair.
Because then cuss words can like be your own. Because it makes your own. You have your own little internal.
I thought cuss words can be your own when you like use them in a certain way. Like, sorry, gay men, but I'm going to totally call us out. But like, bitch.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, bitch. Like, I don't know.
We all have our own style.
You have to develop your own style.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's kind of crazy.
Wait, so what's your number one cuss word?
Fucking. You have to be, because like, I love Andrea Savage, and she Andrea Savage is this comedian and writer who did I tell you that show? I'm sorry.
Maybe. Okay, I get it. She's fucking hell. I say that a lot.
See, fucking hell.
Or
that's but like she like says it like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. That's how she says it, and I'm like,
I got you.
That's my girl.
Like
because I like or like oh my god, I was talking to the guy that I'm dating, because we won't use names, but and he likes to make this weird noise like da 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 or something like that. But I love it so much. But but he's super like, bitch. That's what he is. Bitch. Like, and I'm like,
for some people I feel like it's more the sound effect than the actual word. That's what's coming across, because my boss does that. She was like, wah, wah. She does, you know what I mean? You've seen it.
Like, he goes, da, 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 and I'm like, and I used to be like, that sounds like for Andy from The Office, like,
oh yeah, you're right about that.
And I was like, cute. Like,
we play with it. It also, I'm 100% sure that the swear words and the type of inflection we use will change depending on the mood and who we're around
or who
and all
it's
that.
directed towards.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
someone pisses me off, I'd be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Of
Like I'm
course.
like super like the F and the U are super strong, and then the
Mm-hmm.
C and the K is just kind of that's the kill shot. Like the CK is the kill shot. Like
Mm-hmm.
FU is like the stab to the that's the shank, but
Mm-hmm.
like the CK is like
Right?
fatality. You're dead.
Yeah. My mom always gets on me about it. She's like, you cuss too much. And it's funny because
Sorry, mom. I was in the military
that
risking
too.
my life for people's freedom, so I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Facts. But like, I grew up in a house where everybody cussed. Or not my dad too much, I guess, but my mom, you know.
Oh, my grandmother on my father's side,
Mm-hmm.
that was her noun, adjective, past participle, period, paragraph,
Hell.
all of it. You like, I
Yeah.
remember her favorite line is money talks, bullshit walks. That was like,
Yeah.
I could hear so many
Mm-hmm.
conversations as a child, being like, she'd be on the phone with her girlfriends, whatever. She's like, yeah, that's right, money talks, bullshit walks. So I was like,
Okay.
great, but I have never used it
Yeah, that's
until like
pretty.
we just started talking about it. But I've never used it like
Yeah.
phonetically in a conversation. I'm like, money talks and bullshit walks. But I think that's how I.
It has to like align with how you.
Yeah.
It's some things just don't.
Shout
like,
out, Grandma, I love you, but like I can't put in a clean sentence without sounding like someone's grandma.
Basically.
Yeah, because
The same reason why I don't. I think like people who aren't in Europe, they don't use like balls. That's doesn't sound good in American.
like boss, like
No,
even
no,
but
balls.
balls, like testicles.
Yes.
I was like, boss,
No.
balls, and I'm like, testicles. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, right? Everybody, it's okay.
You don't have this. We have this phrase on the ship. It's not gay if it's underway. Do you know that?
It's not gay under what?
It's not gay if it's underway. Like when you're at sea, because you got to remember, back in the day, they didn't have women in the military. Period. So when you were out at sea, it was just all men, and you did whatever. Don't ask, don't tell.
It's so funny because I was like, is the reason why my dad hates that I'm gay because my dad was in the Navy? And I'm like, is the reason why he hates I'm so gay is because he's had to like expose himself to that, like not necessarily like interact with it, but like maybe his like bunkmate was like, dude, I gotta, and this guy was willing, and bada bing, bada boom.
Who knows, man?
And I'm so glad that I never had to have those moments and experiences because I'm like,
yeah, it was so different though because it really was don't ask, don't tell, and people were. I mean, it was in the closet, obviously, duh, everybody knows that, but it's.
I love it in the closet on the ship.
And so you don't even have a closet. It would be like, what would you say? It's in your rack. It would have to in your locker. In your locker.
If I was a woman, I'd be like, in my rack. Go fuck yourself.
No. Okay, so when you're on a ship, right? You don't have a closet. You could have a locker, but it's tiny unless you have like maybe carriers are bigger. I don't know. But on a DDG, it's like this little 3-foot bitch that ain't shit, right? And it's skinny. It's like this, like your head, okay? And that's all you have, and you put your dress uniforms in that because usually it's up off the floor. So if it floods, your uniforms don't get ruined because you got to pay for that shit. That's what you put in the locker.
Thank you, government officials, for making my freedom fighters pay for their uniforms when they get wet.
You didn't know that?
Control. No, that's crap.
Oh, that comes out of our paycheck.
I'd be the most pissed off soldier on that boat. Like, excuse me, you want me to pay for this? No, I'm not going to do that. You better have a surplus supply for accidental things because, or I'm fucking up the pilot. Who's driving this boat? What the fuck are you doing?
They do give you a stipend, so it like increases.
It better be now like 88 cents.
No. It's like I forget what it's. I don't know if it's like by pay grade, but it goes up like as you go higher in the pay grades.
Okay.
Because you get more shit to buy. So like when you're a chief or an E9 or whatever the fuck, like the higher up you go, you change uniforms completely. So the stuff that you get when you first join,
like a PFC versus a colonel. I'm saying this badly. Like, I do not know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
It would. That's a big jump.
Consider our conversation in the car with, like, a friend of mine from high school and what we did when we were high school kids. Like, you think I would learn everyone's rank, including
that's right.
And then including being, like a Navy brat. But I wasn't really a Navy brat. Like, I think I was on my dad's base once with him as a child. Mm-hmm. Maybe twice, a couple times. I don't remember.
But you see it. You don't know what it is.
Yeah, but his room was, like, fucking small. And he had this weird, like, small little stone shower. And I was like, this is where people go to die.
Yeah. Sounds like military housing. Or base. It was on base, right?
Yeah. Like, this is where, like, this is the purgatory before, like, the devil, like probes you. Like, this is where you're supposed to.
It was so crazy in the female barracks. Oh, so this is like we're in Illinois doing this, and so North Chicago, the base That's where I went to school, and the showers they're not open showers, but they might as well be because half of them don't have curtains, and they're like they go
Ew.
like this, like you're in a gym. They're like across from each other, and not all the lights work sometimes. So you would go. It's an all brick building in this one in particular, and it's all like red and dreary and dark. And then you go in, and the shower lights are out because they're just broke half the time. And you go in there, and you can't see shit, and then
So
you got no
you're saving
curtain.
the world in a horror film setting.
Yeah, low
That's
key.
basically what
Yeah,
that sounds
like
like.
you never go in the corner shower because you just can't see what's in there.
Okay,
Not to
those
mention water pressure.
commercials are lies. Like those
Oh,
baby
no,
commercials.
no, no. The Air Force ones might be true, maybe, but
Yeah, those. Yeah, see, there's a reason why my black ass did not like follow my father's footsteps and that kind of shit because I was like,
mhm.
this is a lie.
Don't get
And
me wrong. Like, there's
between the movies and between like
mhm.
my friends and like between you, I'm like, no, because I would have lost my shit. I don't care. Like, I'm okay with authority. I'm okay with discipline. Da da da. But like, I can handle you screaming
Living
in my
conditions
face.
though is rough.
It's a living condition. Like, I can handle you yelling in my face. Go ahead,
Mhm.
yell. Please, your onion bagel breath. Sure, go ahead, do it. Do your best.
Uh-huh.
Do your worst. I was raised by a naval father, so go ahead, yell at me. Do what you got to do. But what
Mhm.
you're not gonna do is make me live in a shack and then make me wake up at like 3 a.m. and then expect me to be perfect and not blow your brains out. Fuck off.
Oh,
And not have
and then
caffeine.
also while
No.
all of that, right? Imagine having access to the armory because that's your job.
This is why people need to respect. Like, I'm telling this right now as a full PSA: respect our troops. Don't give them shit. Don't give them the false like. Thank you for your service. You don't even know what the fuck they do you? Like,
Half the
don't.
time we hate that though because
Do you?
most
Oh, so this is. See, I feel like this has nothing to do with our show, but I love the fact that this is like a good segment of us talking about like
it
this is
is.
what military people really hate. Do not come up to me and tell me thank you for your
No,
service.
honestly, half the time you got to okay. So here's the thing: y'all see a uniform, right? I walk into a Starbucks because I'm on a lunch break and I'm in my working uniform and I, whatever, do my thing. And then someone behind me or the person in front of me, if they like turn around or whatever, they're like, "I'm gonna pay for your drink. Thank you so much for your service." Bitch, I'm a student. I haven't done anything yet. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not at my final duty station, have not been to a ship or whatever it is for whatever you are, and not served the country, not held a gun, not done any of that shit, not done anything except basically go to college and wear the uniform. And it feels weird. It's like imposter syndrome kind of because you're like, I haven't done anything yet.
Does that like? I feel like they would like. But I feel like this. If you are like a true, okay, this is probably if this ever goes to air as a blooper, this would get me in so much trouble. But like, if you are a true humanitarian and a true patriot and a soldier, and you are just like, I love it. That's almost like being a porn star who's never had sex, like a porn star virgin.
No, yeah, it definitely has something to do with your
That
ego.
makes no sense, by
There,
the way. What is a porn star virgin? There's no such thing. You can't be a porn star virgin. But
well,
that's
no, but what you're talking about is the ego, though, and that
yeah.
that does exist. There's a lot of people that join, and it comes from a. It's kind of shitty, but like so it comes from a place where you grew up, right? You grew
Yeah.
up living a certain standard, a certain kind of way, in a certain probably small town. No offense. And when you're like you want to get out from whatever perceived thumb that you think is over you, and then you want to like go out there, and then once you get like this much status, your self-image kind of changes, and then those people tend to overcorrect and go a little crazy. So it does happen, but it happens for a reason, and I don't hold it against them
Well, I feel
unless
like
they're like a dick that like bothers me. I
yeah,
guess.
like I needed to hurt you. I need you to commit suicide soon. No, I'm just kidding.
How about
That's terrible. I redact that. So sorry. Um, it's I worked retail for a long time, so my patience level with like certain people, I'm like,
yeah.
did you just come back into the store to get like a 12-cent different discount? You want me to bring up all 13 clearance items for you with your little 10% off coupon? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we don't have to deal. So that kind of shit doesn't. That's like, oh, but there's like different petty sort of stuff that exists. So I don't know. It's a trade off.
So what I was saying is like in the military, if you're like, because there's always this stigma like it has to tear you down and then build you back up. And I'm like,
That's true. I don't think people. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Do you want to keep going?
No, that's what. No, I feel, that's what I was. I was like, does it really tear? Like, do you feel like you like? Do you feel like you went through this process of being like, okay, it had to break everything that I was like Sierra 1.0 went into the military and now is Sierra 2.0 because let me tell you, folks, this woman here is a walking mystery. Like when we met, it was like, what? First of all, we're not going to discuss age here, but like there's a difference between the two of us, and when you hear her, when I heard her story and I heard her whole like just life and just the shit that she got to do at this point in her life, I was like, I will never be a cool person ever again because this woman who has literally been on the earth less time than I have has done a lot more shit than I have. Like, I'm sorry. She's the badass bitch who shot those big fucking torpedoes on a fucking ray ship. The most thing that I ever shot was, we're not going to say that on that camera. But anyway. But you know, like it was amazing. It was inspiring, it was admiring it. But I was like, God, whoa. And then we talked about like, you know, the military breaks you down. So I'm like, did you walk in there like, my name is Sierra and I'm a small little mouse? Because she's not. I will take her to a bar fight every single day of my life.
Oh hell yeah. But here's the thing. No. But I'm not a good measure. So I was in a military.
We never down talk here. Still Production Studios never lets us talk bad about
But it's not down talk.
Okay.
It's just it's like groundwork laying.
Okay, so sure. Like foundational function.
Yeah. So I was in a military youth program when I was in high school.
Oh,
and so
like ROTC? Or am I getting
better than ROTC. Well, okay. Back with that train up.
So laughing and moving ourselves around creates more sound dysfunction.
Of course.
Cool. But I'm hoping that goes away when we edit.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
No, okay, so it kind of felt like I've already done this shit for 20 years because I've been doing, it was a Navy military youth program, so I joined the same kind of brand. I even wore the uniform. You know what I mean? Like the same
in
uniform.
High school?
Yeah, because they do that. And
because I remember like I don't know why. I think I shined her shoes once or something. Or
I'm
maybe
so
a couple
good at
times.
that. I love that shit.
It's cool. Maybe this is why I'm the gay fashion designer. Because like I just did something like that. Or, like I learned how to press my dad's shirts.
It could be kind of like
just
that way.
Well, I'm also a Virgo, type A, type crazy. Not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Just eccentric.
I'm eccentric. That's a cute word. I like that because my family used to call me sensitive, and to this day, that word will instill fire in my body, and I will literally like.
But that means there's some truth to it.
Yeah, and funny is, I own the fact that I'm sensitive. But what you're not gonna do, people of the world, is be like, you're sensitive. I'm like, no, I'm sensitive to slap the shit out of you. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how sensitive I am.
There we go.
I'm not a violent person. Okay, so yeah, that's a legit thing. So
how did you even do that?
Okay, there we go. Let's move that away from here because that's gonna pick up every piece of sound. Like literally.
No, I know. I can hear it.
Like
in mine, I can hear it.
Okay, whatever. Like podcasting is not easy. People think it's easy, but it's not.
Well, I wanted to do lapels, and you're like, we're gonna do these guys, and I think it's good. I think it's gonna be probably better audio quality. But knowing how much we both move around, I was like, that's gonna be. But it would have been a nightmare for other
so
reasons.
Honestly, honestly, I want to try. Like at this rate, these did not cost that much.
No,
like these were like $50.
You can do a podcast on a budget for like $500.
We did, like, and I thought we were gonna have to buy a bunch of shit, but like between renting a space and, which by the way she killed, like hands down murdered it, because. And we're in like in the Waukegan area. You're not gonna come find us. If you want to come find us, you'll never find us. Anyway,
I really have to fix it. We have to fix this shot because I'm not centered. But it's okay.
And you look okay. She looks she looks great here, but she looks all about. You know what? Why didn't we think of this?
What?
Why didn't we just put the cameras like right there, and then one right there?
Because you'd see it in the shot.
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, my big ass head would be right there.
Yeah, you'd literally see, or it would be like all your microphone.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, no, because that's why I have yours over here, and well, they're kind of in the same spot, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll fix it. This is gonna be a good trail run.
I'm really curious to see how the sound picked up on the microphones of how we talked on both of the cameras.
Honestly,
I'm really curious.
We have words. We have built-in cameras, or built-in microphones. That shut the fuck up.
Words.
No, we have the built-in mics.
She needs words, guys.
My brain. Whoa, it woke your computer up. Anyway,
something's got to.
There's like little microphones that slide onto the top of that, and it would pick up the. Oh. This room is so echoey, though. I don't know if that'd be a good idea.
I'm a little concerned. Like, well, actually, I'm not concerned at all.
It would really give studio vibes.
True,
it would be very
like.
Unless we had sound dampening, but we don't, and I don't think it's a good idea. I think this.
No sound. So the funny thing is because in this book, or audiobook that I read, they're like, go into a closet. I'm like, first of all, out of all the podcasts I've seen, some newer, some old, some beginners, they ain't in no fucking closet.
No, they're not.
And they're probably in a space, like, I think our space is really big for what we're doing.
It is, but
I fucking love it.
I couldn't tell if it was the pictures. Because sometimes you can shoot pictures
I
and they
knew
look
it was
huge.
big, but I didn't know it was this big. Because I'm like, you got this big ass table for like 8 people.
Yeah.
And then you got.
But it doesn't really show that in the photos.
I could run my agency in this office. Like my whole agency.
Yeah.
Like I could put like my business partner over there, and then I could have like meetings with clients there. I could work over there, but then we'd be so close to each other and I'd be like, I love you, but get the fuck out of my office.
That's what it's like working at my work. It's always, I don't want to say names, but so-and-so, come here.
Oh.
And it's like, you know what I mean?
I feel like my business partner says my name more than he probably thinks of his own.
Oh, definitely.
Like Brandon.
It becomes a game.
Brandon. Hey B. Hey Brandon. Hey Brandon.
Yeah.
Hey Brandon. I'm like, I moved my office downstairs, and I love that I moved my office downstairs. And then I was like, but then I made it worse because his office is upstairs. So he's like, I didn't mean to say his name. Redact that. I'll have to edit that out.
Well, oh no, because we could both mute our.
Oh, that's true.
Like scream, but you didn't think about it.
But I could beep it out. We could beep it out. That's true.
Even worse cussing.
Yeah, we won't cut. We'll beep out people's names, but we won't beep out profanity.
That's the best. Yes.
I think that's going to be the funniest thing about small talk.
Let's back up because we were talking about
the
Navy shit, and I was talking about racks, and I didn't even get to that. That's the funny part.
Yeah, we were in racks, and then we went into like, does it change you?
And I'll come back to that. But so imagine like it's slightly smaller than a twin bed, and I mean smaller this way and smaller this way, like toes. So you wouldn't fit.
You're totally describing the bed I had when I was in college. I lived in an international house. It wasn't even a bed. It was like the shittiest version of a futon I could ever create.
Actually, futons are better than the mattresses.
Yeah,
right there.
But imagine a futon that doesn't fold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was my bed in college.
But then you're surrounded by metal, so you'll have a wall that, and if you're lucky, you get the outside of the ship. But if you're not, you actually share a wall with somebody, and so then anytime they move, the wall like goes like this. And you guys can be back to back, and you could feel it. And I probably blocked my face for that whole thing. Sorry. But yeah, so like you have something over your head, and then you have the wall or the exterior of the ship, which I prefer, or unless you can like roll out because that happens too. And then you'll have the opening, and it's 3 high, so your bottom, middle, or top. Top wins every time. Always be on top. Don't be on the bottom because you get stepped on, and everyone steps on your shit because you have to step on. It's tall. Like even the 6-foot people gotta like climb into the top rack. It's tall. It like comes up to here on me.
So it's a bed of 3.
Yeah, like bunk beds, like 1, 2, 3. And then if you're middle or bottom, your bed like racks up. That's what we call it. And then underneath is storage. And so you have like if you're lucky and your hydraulics work, you have a hydraulic like stick that keeps it from crashing down on you because it's heavy as fuck. And then you keep your clothes and like everything else, your protein, or maybe you keep that in your workspace. But like whatever, like all that shit is in your rack. And then you gotta like, and then you're done. You go to sleep. Like
again,
it's about the size of the table, maybe.
Okay, the funny thing that really sounds hilarious is that people who protect our freedom and then people who don't have freedom literally have the almost same living situations.
Say that again.
So like a prisoner.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I'm fighting your freedom.
Mm-hmm. That's better. I should be sitting up.
I have taken your freedom away.
Yeah.
You have to live the same way. What is that about?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I never would have thought.
But that's on ships, though. You have to
Either fucking way. You're on a ship for like months, years?
Yeah.
And you live like you're being incarcerated.
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah. And you get access to guns.
Fun if you like guns.
I guess so.
Yeah, you gotta like guns. You gotta like the bang bang. I've never shot a gun.
Hey guys, it's Sierra from Still. Sorry for the interruption, but we had a little audio boo-boo right at the end of this video. So it was an abrupt cut because I kicked my microphone. Don't do that. Those are rookie moves. But yeah, so we...
Such a rookie.
Thanks.
Yep.
But yeah, so we had just wrapped up talking about... What was it? I think it was how... like military people and prisoners also like have very similar living environments.
That was my comprehension,
yeah.
and I was just kind of like, holy balls.
Yeah, it was a big step for him. It was a lot of new information.
Yeah, I still chew on it because I grew up with a naval dad, so I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, is this no wonder he was it?
Just more layers to the onion of how messed up the military is.
Yeah.
But stay tuned for more content just like that. We are going to wrap up that video where we left off, but we will be doing more episodes like that in the future. So if you liked it, let us know in the
Stay
comments.
tuned. Hashtag still learning.
Still learning to not kick our microphones.
But see you next week or see you next episode.
Bye.
Bye.